Oh, hey everybody. It's been a while. Just had to, just taking a little break. And movies are expensive, and I don't have Movie Pass anymore. So, yeah, it'll be a little, interesting. I'll try and review, movies, or different movies, uh, not kind of like how I used to do it when I first started Dinner and a Show with Tanner, where, I'll just be in front of my room or in front of my camera and just reviewing like that. But besides the point, Venom. Oh, and I hurt my wrist earlier in the year, and it got worse, so that's why I have a splint now. So, yikes. Is this movie a turd in the wind, as Venom would say? No. I would not say that. Is it a bad movie? Yeah. But, is it the worst movie ever, or is it setting superhero movies back, a while? That's debatable. I don't think so. Yeah, it stars, Tom Hardy, Michelle Williams, a few other people. The girl that voiced that sheep from Zootopia is in there. You have a few other recognizable cast members. Stan Lee makes an appearance. That's pretty awesome. But yeah. So, since this doesn't have Spider-Man in it, it's going to be it's an interesting movie to begin with. But what the movie does to try and make up for that is that one of the characters, the Dr. Drake, he does experiments, he does exploration. His rocket comes back with some symbiotes, all that little weird gooey stuff. And turns out that they need hosts to survive on the planet. Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock just so happens to be a perfect host for one of the symbiotes called Venom, and he consumes it, or on accident, just by some breaking into the laboratories or something like that, and and they realize all these changes that are happening to him, and it's like really crazy. And then there's another symbiote that is escaped or has been escaping, and it's pretty crazy. So what? Yeah, one of the ones is Riot, and that one wants to try and basically take over the world. Bring an army of these symbiotes over. Yeah, it's interesting. So yeah, I'll say the good stuff first. The interaction between Venom and Eddie is pretty awesome, or at least pretty good, I would say. The interactions are funny, somewhat believable. Yeah. And they kind of gave a chuckle every now and then while watching the movie. All of the cast members, they're doing really good with the material they're given. I'll give Tom Hardy props. Michelle Williams could have done a lot more. Although you probably could have put anybody as Michelle Williams' character, who's Anne. So, yeah, she wasn't really needed to be that character. Anybody really could have, but hey, if you're gonna, go big or go home, Michelle Williams, she can work. I like the special effects. I didn't really find any that were jarring to me. Maybe during a fight scene with just Eddie the human, not Eddie as Venom. There are a few physical feats that he does that's unrealistic, like no really human can do that. So there's that. Yeah. So yeah, let's get to the bad. So the editing is pretty wonky. There's no breathing room for any development, like real development between, like, for the characters, like for Eddie. You know, he's just kind of like, oh, he's fired from his job. Oh, he's homeless now, or practically homeless. You know, just getting food from gas stations. Oh, look, he gets the symbiote. You know, it's just too fast. They're cutting stuff too much, and I think it looks like a little bit of studio, too many soups in the kitchen. You know, like the studio is taking too much charge into it. Yeah, there's that. It's a little, and surprisingly for, I think this is an hour and 40-minute film. It was pretty short. It took a little while to get to Venom himself. And Venom, like, he starts out evil. I mean, basically, he's just eating people. And he suddenly has a change of heart. Why does he have a change of heart? I don't know. Maybe because he just goes inside Eddie's head, and just kind of figures it out for himself. But it's kind of just out of nowhere for me. And yeah, that was just kind of weird. And then Eddie just acts really stupid, like cringeworthy, during this one scene where he's at a restaurant. He's just being crazy, eating all this weird stuff, eating from people's tables. He would have been thrown to the police. You know, he would have been arrested on the spot. In reality, but in movie land, this movie, Anne's new boyfriend just says, "Hey, he's my patient and he needs his medicine. He just needs care. Let me take him to the doctors." So, you know, they escaped that one. So yeah, that was just weird. Yeah. Then there's some characters that were just way too over the top, cheesy. I mean, so yeah, I can see where that part is kind of like, oh, we're back to 90s superhero movies. Or like I love the 2002, 2004, 2005 Spider-Man, like Spider-Man 1 and 2. But, I mean, they do have their cheesy moments. So, yeah. It is, it's interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what anything else to say for this movie. Camera work was kind of, I mean, I guess it's all right. Yeah, it's a movie you can probably pass in the theater. Just go watch it on Redbox or Netflix or something like that. You're not missing a whole lot. So I'm gonna give this movie I'm gonna give it a wave, a very low wave though, because while this movie is a mess, I did not hate it. It's fine. You know, I find it harmless. You know, just hey. So yeah, that's my rating. There's a mid-credit scene. There is an end trailer, like an end credits trailer, but it's for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which is basically what we watched before the trailer was released. Or sorry, before the movie started. You know, all the previews and stuff. That was one of them. So it didn't really make sense for me to just watch it. So I just stayed for the mid-credit scene. I will not spoil that. So go ahead and watch it. For that at least, or just go watch a YouTube video spoiling it. I don't know. Your choice. Anyway, that's all I got. I'm Brian, and until next time, I will see you at the movies.